Hi everyone, welcome back. So if you are like most people, it's really tough to ask others for help. We want to be able to stand on our own 2 feet and take care of ourselves. And for those that are parents especially, you want to always make sure you take care of everything. But sometimes we're in a position where we have to ask for help. It's absolutely the worst feeling. It's easier to just handle everything on our own and by ourselves. That way we know it's done, we're never let down, and we're never disappointed. Well, I wanted to share what I thought was a Bible scripture today. But after doing a little bit of research, I found that it's not a Bible scripture at all. As it turns out, it's an old Chinese proverb. Go figure. Anyway, as it goes, it says, "Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, but teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime." So over the years, I have adopted that train of thought. I remember my father-in-law coming over to paint a room in my house. Well, I didn't want him to paint it. I wanted him to teach me how to do it. I wanted him to show me all the tips and the tricks to make it as easy for me as it could be. He was an expert, so I was hoping he would share his little trade secrets with me. But he didn't want to show me. He wanted to do it for me. He wanted it to be a blessing. Well, that was very, very nice. But for me, it would have been even nicer had he showed me so I could develop that set of skills. Anyway, it may sound silly because you think that that's so simple, but to somebody that doesn't know how to do it, it's not. It's a little overwhelming, a little intimidating. So it was a few years down the road before I finally had someone that would take the time to show me how and teach me their secrets and how they did things, what they learned on their own over the years. And that was one of my friends. She was so wonderful to take the time to help me and teach me. So, and if you only knew how many rooms I have painted over the years, that skill has come in handy many, many, many times. So I'm very, very grateful to her. Anyway, something else that I wanted to learn was how to refinish furniture. Now, I met someone at church that was very, very crafty. She did everything you can think of, from sewing to making ceramics and refinishing furniture, doing curtains and drapes, and she did everything. She knew how to do it all. So I asked her many times if she would just show me how so I could do it. And for whatever reason, that didn't end up happening, but she did show me a store that sold secondhand furniture. So I found 2 old wooden chairs. They were $2, which was absolutely perfect because then if I ruined them, I had not wasted a lot of money. So it took the pressure off. I could go in and learn without feeling like, oh, if I really blew it, to sewing and some crafts, and I even made a couple of pieces of furniture too. I was so excited about that. I kept picturing having a wood shop with all the tools, making anything and everything that you could think of. Oh, I was so excited about that. Something else that I wanted to learn was how to work out. Now, I ran, so I knew about that, but I didn't know how to work out. So same thing, I knew someone at church that had a home gym. So I asked her if I could come and work out with her. Maybe she could show me what and how. Well, something I found out after my first and only visit to her house, she didn't like to work out. And she didn't know how to use the machine. Now, I'm not sure if she didn't like to work out because she didn't know how to use the machine, or if she didn't know how to use the machine because she didn't like to work out. So kind of like the chicken and the egg. Anyway, it was enough. That one trip to her house, that one time on that home gym, that was enough. That was all I needed to become inspired to learn and get started. And all these years later, it's still a very big, important part of my life. Some other things: changing my tire, learning about a cold joint, working my lawnmower, and even my barbecue grill. Well, these things might seem simple and silly, but I didn't know how to use them or work them. So they were a little intimidating to me. And even at that time, they felt insurmountable. So did I do it? Yes. Yes. Those positive experiences fed each other, and they fed my positive thoughts, and they became positive actions. So I just want to encourage you, and this has been a great example to me, because going back through to make this video, it reminded me all the things that seemed so huge, so intimidating at the time, and I learned how to do them, and I conquered them. So positive experiences, positive thoughts, and positive actions. So write them down so you can look back on them. You can use that to remind yourself that you can do it. Well, that brings us to our scripture of the day, which is Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 22. And it says, "And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother. They were casting a net into the sea, and they were fishermen. Then Jesus said to them, 'Come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.' They immediately left their nets and followed him. Going on from there, they saw two other brothers. There was James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother. They were in the boat with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets. He called them, and immediately they left the boat and their father and followed him." So it's okay to ask for help. Let those positive experiences and positive thoughts and positive actions, let that be something to feed you so you are not intimidated about things. You can do it. Just get out there and try. And if you need to ask for help, that's okay too. Well, I hope you have a very blessed day today. And if this was an encouragement, please be sure and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, today's a new day. I'll see you next time.